Hi, my name's Brodelli, and this is my public access television show. This is the cinema with Brodelli. And the reason I call it that is because I've always heard the phrase, my life's a movie, and I think that's a little self-centered, because life is just one big movie and we're all playing a small part. Not really sure what to say about the show. It's going to be things I see and places I travel and things I find interesting. And I hope you stay along for the ride. Anyways, let's go ahead and start the show. 'Cause this is the cinema with Brodelli.
Hello, this is Brodelli. Thank you for watching another episode of This is the Cinema. Today we visit an independent, family-owned and operated market, a specialty store that brings their community the best selection of foods they know and love, the Melbourne Beach Market. It's the local go-to spot for beer and wine, with at least 8 aisles full of wine, both domestic and from abroad, and from about anywhere that you can imagine in the world. They also carry tons of craft beers and import beers, as well from all over the world. They aren't only known for their vast selection of alcohol, though. They also have a huge selection of freshly made dishes and gourmet products for sale. So let's go ahead and take a trip through the market and see what there is to see here on This is the Cinema. So the first stop is the soup stop. There's all kinds of delicious soups you can choose from, but unfortunately, I don't have time for soup right now. Soup isn't something you can easily carry with you in a store when you're walking around trying to look at products and film a show. Or maybe it is. Leave a comment and let me know, is soup something you can carry with you in a store while you look at gourmet foods, such as walnut baklava or German chocolate cake? Or maybe brioche buns? It's strange to walk through a gourmet market sometimes. So many products so familiar yet so foreign and different than what you normally experience at your normal grocery store. When you walk through the beer aisle, the best way to choose one is just to use your eyes. There's so many different colors and shapes and designs. You don't even really need to know what it tastes like, just pick the one that looks best to you. And if it tastes like shit, well, that's probably your fault. Because you took my advice. If there's anything you need to know about this show, is that you shouldn't take any advice that I give you. Because I'm neither certified nor a professional. I'm a liar. So they don't only have pre-packaged products here, they also have a wide variety of appetizers and gourmet dishes, olives and pizza, and a wide variety of what looks like is puree salads. They take a meat or a vegetable and they put it together in a blender and they blend it all up and then they call it a salad. It resembles something similar to dog food or vomit, but can be quite delicious if you actually have the balls to give it a try. And if you don't have balls, I'd recommend trying out a sport like basketball or football, because that's a pretty easy way to access those type of things. The most horny part of the grocery store is usually the bakery. That's because people like to fuck cakes. appears like Greek and Balkan food. Different types of baklava and spinach pies. Fresh meat. That's one thing you can always find at the Melbourne Beach Market, is their vast and great selection of high quality and fresh produce and meats. Well, I don't know if they had produce actually, but they did have a lot of meat. They also had a huge aisle for import beers and domestic, and also craft beers. So they did actually have a produce section, I lied. But, that being said, the part of the store that I found most interesting wasn't the produce, and it wasn't the meat, nor the 8 aisles of wine, or the 3 of beer. It was this one small section in the back, where they had every craft soda in existence. I couldn't believe it. I had never seen so many different types of soda in my life. With names like Pirate Cola, Moxie, Citral Mundent, Frosty, Mexican Cola. I mean, there were so many different kinds, like this Stalin soda. I guess if you're a fan of communist Russia, that would be a good one for you. And then they also had a cock and ball torture beer, which I don't think had alcohol in it, because it's in the soda section, of course. King Kong Cola. After feasting my eyes upon the different delectable and carbonated beverages, it was time to move on. Not because the store was coming to a close, or the manager was looking at me weird because I was walking around with my phone, videotaping everything, but because sometimes the story has to come to a close. Well, this is Brodelli. And this is the cinema. Have a good night, guys. Goodbye.